Chris Brown versus Soulja Boy. Everybody's talking of that. Do you pay attention to that?
I haven't. No. Is it really happening? Is it?
It's pretty much gonna happen, hopefully, man.
I don't
Do you
really,
think boxing need fights like that, though?
No, not at all.
Why not?
It's just bullshit, isn't it? It's just, I don't know. It's something that I haven't paid attention to it, and I don't think I will. But obviously, a lot of people will pay attention to it. All the celebrity about it. It's just.
But does it concern you as a boxer that the boxing pay-per-views like Andre Ward, Kovalev, other Golovkin,
This'll probably
great fighters,
do more.
they're doing 100,000 stuff like
Yeah.
that. Conor McGregor gets 1.5 million. You know,
Yeah.
what do you think of that? Does that concern
Yeah,
you?
well, it does a little bit. I think that, I don't know, I think boxing needs to get back to where the good old days where the top guys are fighting the top guys and being involved in big fights. And I think if we continue to do that, I think last year, towards the end, we had some pretty big fights. I think this year we're kicking it off with myself and Santa Cruz. You had Badu Jack and DeGale. You've got Klitschko Joshua. A lot of big Thurman, Garcia. A lot of big fights happening. So if it continues to do that, I think that we'll be okay.
Was that Ronda Rousey fight? Was that like proof that MMA person need to really work on their stand-up game against the
Well,
boxer?
you get a lot of boxers who bash MMA, but it's a completely different sport. So, they're two different sports. And Ronda Rousey, she's not a boxer. She's a cage fighter.
All right. But what's your motivation? I mean,
my motivation's for my family. I have 2 kids and a wife at home. I spend a lot of time away in training camp, and that's what I do it for. That's first and foremost. That's my motivation.
So what got you into boxing?
Really, I was boxing when I was a kid. I was 7 years old when I started. The local club was literally a 2-minute walk from my front door, and it was curiosity more than anything. I wasn't from a big boxing family. I was just curious. I went down, tried it out, loved it, and fell in love. That was it.
How was your childhood? Was it like poverty, or was it
Nah,
good home?
no, I came from a working class area in Tigers Bay, but I had a good childhood and just a normal kid from a housing estate. Pretty rough. I lived on an interface, seen a lot of trouble, especially back home in Belfast in the summer months. A lot of spontaneous rioting on the streets. So, but it was a good childhood. I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. Were you a part of the chaos?
No. For boxing, if it hadn't been for boxing, I may have been. I know a lot of friends who got involved in that stuff, and I think boxing kept me on the straight and narrow.
Nice. Appreciate you, bro.